Hi everyone! So today I'm going to talk to you about SIBO. SIBO stands for Small Intestinal Bacterial Overgrowth, and SIBO is often the cause for a lot of IBS symptoms. Now, what happens is our body has food go through the digestive system. Now, bacteria is found in the large intestine, in the colon, and it starts to eat the undigested food here. It uses it for part of its metabolism and energy. But what happens is sometimes bacteria migrates from the large intestine, where it should be, to the small intestine. Now, when it gets to the small intestine, the bacteria starts to ferment the food that is there, and it starts to create gases. And this is when people can start to experience bloating, cramping, you might get foul-smelling stools, often constipation or diarrhea. Now, depending on the type of bacteria in the small intestine, when it's migrated there, will depend on whether you tend towards more constipation or diarrhea. So if there's a more hydrogen gas present, then that can often be leading to constipation and bloating. But if there's more of a methane gas present, then that can often lead to diarrhea and loose stools. Now, SIBO can often be caused by a sluggish bowel, it can be by sedentary lifestyle, it can be the fact that the body is not allowing the digestive system to have a rest enough so that food can be pushed from the small intestine through to the large intestine. It can also sometimes be that if you've ever had a travel bug, antibiotics, food poisoning, that the microbiome of the gut gets disrupted and then a bacteria is able to proliferate in a place that it shouldn't be. Now, the good news is that you can treat SIBO. SIBO can be treated either with antibiotics from the GP, or it can be treated naturally through really strong herbals, antimicrobials. Now, a lot of GPs have never heard of SIBO. It's definitely something that nutritionists see in their clinic all the time. Gastroenterologists may know of it. They may be able to prescribe antibiotics for it. But again, it's not something that's generally known in traditional types of medicine. So seeing a nutritionist is really going to be able to get to the bottom of your SIBO diagnosis. Now, what you do is you breathe into a bag and it measures the hydrogen and the methane concentrations in your breath, and that is after you've had a certain amount of glucose solution. Now, this is something that can be done privately. You may get it done on the NHS. I'm not entirely sure. I've never really seen it be done because, like I said, it's not often that it's been diagnosed through the GP. But you can definitely fix it with a nutritionist. So if you feel that you're suffering with any of these symptoms, so in particular the foul-smelling gas or the foul-smelling stools, it can often be that you've got bacteria fermenting food where it shouldn't be. Really important is checking the bloating and the cramping and the pain. Where are you feeling that? Is it higher up? Is it lower down? You want to be starting to take note of these symptoms so that we can really get a good diagnosis of what's going on as we start to look into your possible SIBO symptoms. So I hope that you found that useful. Like I said, SIBO is often the cause of IBS. So if you're starting to think these really sound like things that might be triggering me, and you've tried all the traditional methods of fixing your IBS, like I've said in the last couple of videos, then it's definitely something to consider. Give me a shout, drop me a DM, send me an email, whatever you want, and I will give you a little bit more advice on what I think could be going on with your gut. All right, thanks, bye.